One of the areas that I've been doing a lot of active research and development in the past few years are the engineering practices in Agile. Most of the process stuff, how to structure projects, how iterations and releases look, are pretty well fleshed out. That's the early wave of adoption of Agile. But the place that is still the least mature are the engineering practices in Agile. And that's really what this talk is about. In this talk, I cover a really wide swath of engineering practices based on my experiences on projects. In fact, there are so many of these that I can't cover them all in a single talk, and so I've structured this talk in a very specific way to create an a la carte kind of talk. I have a bunch of different topics that I show at the beginning of the talk, and I let the audience vote on which ones they want to see. Each one has the amount of time it's going to take, and I can usually get 5 or 6 of the 8 or 9 topics in a particular session. What's nice about that is it allows me to customize it for every city and make sure that I'm talking about the things that are really interesting to people in that particular city. So some of the things I talk about in Agile engineering practices are how we do Agile estimation on projects. I talk about how to implement feature toggles so that you can do in-flight features and still take advantage of version control and continuous integration. There are a couple of topics on pair programming, the mechanics of how pair programming works, and the philosophical why pair programming works. I also talk about the extreme programming design practices updated for the new millennium. That's the part of XP that is aged least well, and that's the part where we have diverged from extreme programming the most. And so I tell you how we handle design documentation and artifacts on projects, etc., based around design, including some material on emergent design and how you can wait for the last responsible moment on projects to make decisions about things. I show a case study revealing that, and several other topics under this broad category of the engineering side of Agile. So come to my talk and we'll talk, and I'll let you choose which one of these practices you want to see.